They built 96 homes on my land, and I let them finish before showing the judge the deed. Want more HOA justice stories like this? Hit subscribe for more. The rumble of bulldozers shook my living room. When I stepped outside, my heart stopped. An entire construction crew was tearing through my fence line, flattening the fields my late father and I had restored together. And there it was, a giant banner flapping in the wind, future site of Oak Ridge Estates, HOA managed. I stormed toward the site manager. "What do you think you're doing? This is private property." He smirked. "Not according to the HOA. The land was zoned for development." I checked the survey lines that night. They weren't off by a few feet. The new development plan overlapped 20 full acres of my land. When I confronted the HOA president, Mark, he gave me that politician smile. "You can always sell it to us," he said. "Or, we'll just proceed and settle later." That's when I remembered something my dad used to tell me: never stop someone when they're digging their own grave. So, I waited. I documented everything. They poured foundations, paved streets, built driveways, even installed fancy streetlights. Months passed. Then the first home went up for sale. Then the next. By the end of the second year, there were 96 homes, all built on my property. When the ribbon-cutting ceremony came, Mark made a speech about community growth. I just stood in the crowd, smiling. Because that same morning, I filed a quiet title lawsuit backed by the original deed my father had notarized years ago, a deed that predated every HOA document by a decade. Fast forward to court day. Mark strutted in with his lawyers, confident as ever. When the judge asked if I had evidence of ownership, I pulled out my briefcase, slid the deed across the table, and said, "Your Honor, every nail, wall, and home they built sits on my land." The silence that followed was deafening. The judge leaned forward and said, "Mr. Daniels owns the property in full. HOA construction occurred illegally. He is entitled to compensation or repossession." Within weeks, the HOA collapsed. Their insurance refused to cover the loss. Every homeowner was forced to vacate. And today? Those same acres are now a protected nature preserve named after my dad. Sometimes, revenge doesn't need shouting or fighting. You just let them build their own downfall, brick by brick.